Hey guys, it's Sebastian back with another video for you. I have a special guest on the channel. We're at Paris Perfume Week in Paris, and I'm talking to...
Hello, I'm Angelos Balamis, the creator, perfumer, and founder of KRINOS Olfactives. I'm happy to be here with my friend Sebastian.
Hey, so let's see. So you go by Angelos or Angelos Creations Olfactives, but I know you as Angelos.
Angelos, yes.
So that is your Greek name.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky because it's difficult to pronounce the double G, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's say Angelos. I mean, what suits you better?
Okay, so we can call you anything we want to.
Okay.
All right, so you are here second year in a row.
Yes.
And how's the show going for you?
It's fantastic. I mean, it's always nice to be busy talking with people that are really interested in perfumery, either from the retailer section or the distributor section or the fans or like school students from the schools here in Paris, or in general like perfume lovers, like as we all are. So it's always cool to talk and explain in person your babies here, and yeah.
You got a lot of babies.
Yeah.
Look at all of them.
Being productive.
You've been you've been making a lot.
Yeah, this everything is just from when I started creating. So we have the very first one from 2018, where the brand was not even established, let's say officially. It was a little bit before COVID.
So in 2018, it wasn't established. But when was the brand established?
Officially, the website and everything was in 2022. Yes.
Sorry, there's a lot going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes here.
Too many, like, yeah, trying to disturb. So I officially launched in 2022 because, you know,
you got your training and you were getting their start in 2018, but the brand didn't officially start until 2022.
The training started even before. Like I decided to get involved with perfumery from late 2014, 2015.
Okay.
And then I did some classes 2017, 18 here in Paris, private classes with really talented perfumers. So it helped me a lot with the basics, and then I went from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, trying always to make something different, not something that it's already out on the market, and mixing like a vintage style and structures with modernity. So yeah.
Okay. So you are debuting a fragrance here at the show.
Absolutely.
Tell us about it.
So this is the one that's already sprayed, you see.
All right, so tell us about this.
So this is called Narkissos. In Greek means...
Narkissos?
Narkissos, yeah.
So it sounds like Narcissus.
Yes, it's Narcissus, basically. I don't know if we can... It's probably impossible, so I don't know. Do your stuff. You're the professional here. So...
Narkissos.
Narcissus in Greek is like the name of Narcissus. Okay,
Yep.
It's the flower, so obviously it's a soliflore, and it's been a while that I made a soliflore. The last one I can't remember even. It was like a KRINOS is not too much. It's an exclusive. By the way.
Yeah.
But it was IRIDA, the normal one, the ADP. But yeah, I mean, I just dived again into the whole of the vintage structures, which I adore.
Yeah.
So it's
Your fragrances are quite vintage-esque.
yes.
Do you find it challenging selling vintage-esque fragrances? Because modern people want more modern things.
No, lately I really like that I see a change in people like to experience something new, which is not necessarily new because it's vintage, but new on the market because yes, there was a lot of modernity lately.
Okay.
So
people are going back to the classics.
Maybe, and I'm really happy about that because they can discover more structures and techniques in perfumery, which is like lately. I mean, I remember this has nothing to do with designer or niche perfumery, because back in the day, you remember the 90s, the perfumes were like super niche, the designer.
Yeah,
everything
absolutely.
was different.
Everything was
There were
very unique.
There were some kind of trends, but not necessarily the same thing all over the shelves. So now you have. That's why people like the different stuff. I think they're a little bit
Getting bored of the
yeah
same thing over and over again.
So that's why I don't follow trends. So that's why I don't have a total gourmand.
You're not a gourmand guy. I know some folks that don't like gourmands. I'm a gourmand lover, but I also like vintage fragrances, vintage style fragrances. Do you have a hard time selling these kind of fragrances?
No. It's I mean, it's mind blowing, and I'm really excited and happy to see that recently the perfumes that I didn't, the creations that I didn't expect to sell too much, they are my best sellers. So,
Okay.
for example, IRIDA X-Ray is not like it's something too
Can we smell it?
old school or something. Let me just finish for the Narcissus
Okay.
because I haven't even published the notes yet, on my website.
Okay.
So, as I said, it was a total Soliflore Narcissus with using
Okay,
the sweet.
explain the word soliflore. Most people don't know what
Yes,
that
it's
is.
like the whole thing. It's not like the flower, it's like the whole plant. So we try to do from earth to the flower. So all the facets that you can get from the whole plant. So I get some more soily and like woody notes that can bring a little bit more the woodiness and the dampness that you have from the
Okay.
soil.
I was under the impression that soliflores are just only the flower, nothing else.
No, I mean, I used to think about that, but it's the whole plant. So you get the leaves, you get the stem, you get everything. Okay, so you
Learn something new every day.
You're recreating the flower,
Okay.
the whole plant. So
That's what soliflore
but of
means.
course, it's like a lot of the flower, because obviously the most important part for me and for someone who wants to smell a narcissus is the flower. So it's a very like overly bloom narcissus
Blossom.
or blossom, narcissus or jonquille.
That sounds much better in French, by the way. Jonquille.
Yeah, and they are not the same. It's the daffodil, jonquille, and narcissus are basically all of them are narcissus, but they are not exactly the same.
Okay.
So there are some differences. Obviously, it's the same family, but there are some differences. Daffodil, if I'm not mistaken, it's the mostly yellow and not so heady floral narcissus. Although
So are they like paper whites? The little ones with the little yellow in the middle.
With the white petals and the yellow in the middle and the orange yellow in the middle, are very heady floral.
Okay.
And that's why, which I studied a lot to make Narkissos, because, and it gave me some headaches because they are very heady florals.
So when you say heady, what do you mean?
Heady, I personally mean in my own like dialect, it's very like lush and
intense.
Yeah, intense. And the flower can get a lot more intense than any perfume.
So basically, you've actually intensified how a narcissus smells. And here I get a lot of animalics. Did you
Yes.
add animalics? Is it
Yes.
synthetic variety?
Yes, exactly. So
And what did you do to make it
yes,
this
so
animalic?
this animalic accord is like a deer musk accord, but of course with no,
No
animal and not even other animal parts to make animal materials to make a deer musk accord. So I'm not at all into using materials coming from cruel treatment in animals.
Okay.
So yes, it is a deer musk accord using like specific materials. It's a secret, I can reveal it. So yes, it reminds a
You've got
little.
some secrets that you're keeping from us.
Yeah. Sorry. So it's something that you can always recreate some things that you don't feel well using. So the deer musk accord I use, it's giving the animalic parts of Narcissus, but trust me, the little yellow ones have a little more
They
intensified.
do smell a bit poopy.
Yeah. So I tried to mellow this down, but also I had they have the headiness of the florals with basically the accords of daffodil and jonquille and also Narcissus Absolute, which is more tame. It's not like very animalic. It's more like sweet and fruity. And that's where we have some sweetness here because you have a little bit of honey, just a little bit.
It's not that sweet to me.
Yeah, but the sweetness comes naturally.
It's definitely got your DNA though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this is out now.
It's only sold exclusively here, I mean, for one more
For
day,
this
because
show.
I just made like a few bottles, so I can have them here. And it's gonna be released normally the mid or the end of April, whenever I have time to make some production, because I still make them, so yeah.
I have to put some of the footage.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yes, I mean it's gonna be ready normally by mid to end April tops.
Okay, so Lucky Scent?
Absolutely. And my website and the other retailers I mean I don't have too many, but yeah, I mean, all the retailers, but definitely Lucky Scent, Paltry Scent, Aroma Avenue in Abu Dhabi, Top in Croatia. They will kill me.
Okay.
Nocta in Turkey.
Let's talk about one of your fragrances. You started talking about the IRIDA EXTRAIT. Let's do that, and then let's wrap up.
You asked me before about which perfumes, if I have difficulties for selling the more vintage-inspired perfumes or the more like strict florals, but it's not a problem at all, apparently, because it's funny, and I'm happy because people starting loving again the classics. So this is IRIDA EXTRAIT, and I was really humbled and honored to get nominated in the Art&Olfaction Awards last year in Lisbon.
So this was
for-
nominated.
yeah, in the artisan category. So I was extremely honored. Obviously, it's such a difficult task.
Nice going.
And yeah, it's one of the best sellers lately. So yes, this is going really well.
Yeah,
Really well. I mean,
very
because
buttery.
It's very buttery. It's
But also vegetal.
It's actually, yes, exactly. That's why I wanted to make a perfume which is like Orris butter, which I use with high aromas usually. And since it's impossible to make only a perfume with only Orris butter, you know, because it's gonna be very expensive first, and second, it's not gonna have any like work behind it. So I pushed myself to, of course, use a lot of Orris butter and violet leaves, but make a perfume that smells like the real material itself. So you can get like an impression, because to be honest, I was asked a couple of times or more in the past if I have a favorite material. Yes, I can say that my natural favorite material is Orris butter by far.
Why?
By far, because it's like umami in the sense of smell. I don't know.
Okay.
Umami is for taste.
It's one of my favorite notes in fragrances.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, usually it's recreated because it's very expensive. As more as you go, because there are variations in irons, the molecules that give the smell of Orris root. So if you go higher, the higher the price it is. So I mean,
Okay.
if you are in a budget or if you want to make more money, you have to cut a little bit.
So what grade of Iris or Orris are you using here?
15% Orris butter, and also I use from a fantastic company Bioland, the 63, if I'm not mistaken, 68 or 80% also. The absolutes, these are the absolutes, which are in liquid form, and they are like exceptional.
Okay.
The Orris butter is in a buttery form. It's like a small like pieces. It's, yeah.
And how much sweetness is in here?
Basically, the sweetness here is natural as well, because I don't use, I mean, specifically here, I didn't use any extra sweeteners like ethyl vanillin or vinyl or coumarin or whatever. So
Okay.
It's mostly from the sandalwoods and the florals. So it's, yes,
beautiful.
usually, thank you.
Yeah, I like it more than the Narcissus. Is that what that one was called?
Narcissus, yes, I think it's a little bit more difficult, but as I told you, I'm totally surprised with, and I'm really happy because I don't like trends or know that only these two perfumes sell. If I see that depending the occasion or the region, we have different preferences, this is fantastic for me.
Okay.
This is priceless.
Yeah, Narcissus or Narcissus in general, I think there was a trend with releases.
To
a
be
few
honest-
fragrances here and there, like with the Hermes fragrance, the men's fragrance, it features Narcissus.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It
Yeah.
was a little bit back in the day, not a trend, but they didn't go all in. I mean, because I get
This
it.
is like full-on vintage.
Yeah. So Narcissus, of course, there were like some brilliant perfumes from Caron in the past. So yeah, I mean,
Narcissus Noir.
Yeah,
Is this your inspiration?
No.
This?
No, because these are not these were not like soliflores, mostly using the florals as Narcissus. So here it's only Narcissus, and the only extra touches, let's say, is like a little bit of ambre seed oil and tobacco and a little bit leather nuances. That's it.
Okay. After smelling the Orris fragrance, IRIDA EXTRAIT, the Narcissus is a little more interesting. It's not as animalic.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get rid. I mean, initially, if you get offended, let's say, with the more animalic parts, in Narcissus you get it more in the beginning, and in the combination of the more like edible notes, there's something like cacao and a salted butter nuance, which is an accord I make.
Yeah.
Helps with the first initial impression. Also, when you have the flower and you go very closely to smell it, and you are like, whoa, that's so intense, you know. So that I just wanted to represent the whole thing. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
It's a pleasure always.
Sorry for all the interruptions.
Yeah,
I know we had like
it's a
several
live,
people walk past the
it's
camera.
a live thing, so yeah.
This is France. This is Paris, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but
no, I mean it happens with live videos. Yeah, it's happening.
yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for
Even
watching.
if it's so obvious with a tripod.
Yeah, I know. It's obvious with a tripod here. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching
so
today's
much.
video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Ciao.